Your powers is limited by the provisions of the Constitution. In fact, you are the creator of a Constitution. Constitution to me. Don't stop behaving like you are supreme. Stop behaving like you are supreme. Any MPs no.
Abusanfo ene Monday die eje tuya tuo gidi enya asem ketwa e wo social and media no so and am no kase it's a crashment between lawyer Maurice Ampaw and the Speaker of Parliament Honorable Agbangbagbe Suma Abusanfo enya asem ketwa enye ise na lawyer Ampaw ko apai wo se die nya wo be kai na no ada say speaker na say president o mo crash ye was the machine be the few in LGBTQ WSYZ Mabusian first day. Ghana had obia pendiati. I musu dear cries say Christo some say you Muslim for say an traditionalist for a crowd and for more common pendiati. And I say some penny say and some will call 20 was sign any. Sana speaker said and some will call some will call say ministers on the answer into me approve I say science some no quarter mama dear you free won't yes 20 minutes and I was for we cannot casa. And it's a day, lawyer Maurice Ampaw, but so hey, and I come Speaker of Parliament. Or Chema, or speaker and who tune. Why don't say minim. Now speak on the MPs for no more. Omunim who or Omunim Yankopon. Omunim hey. Omunya say minim or Omunim hey. Night. A bureaucrat so Omunim 2 minutes in an. And you won't want to Yamudi dry as soon as motivated president was I say. And it's like I say, speaker. And it's like I say. Sumunya na muni we I say abro na do so bitrim ana basa muyana mo sa amampani ai na dankwa erekosa enso eche say abusanfo papa nebuofo akase ye pa yonko ne gotie lawyer Maurice Ampaw na wasoma edakoma Speaker of Parliament on nya sada abusanfo we de emesha abusanfo ne sa crash abusanfo modern tie be for adwenche ebra fa sansam.
We all know say in our Constitution, Parliament is not supreme. Parliament is not sovereign. Sovereignty does not rely in Parliament. My name is Chemolo. Your Constitution is the Parliament and yet the Alpha and the Omega. There is what you call the supremacy of the Constitution. The Suprema and the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana and the supreme. Until over chapter 1 of our Constitution now, it talks about the supremacy of the Constitution. Meaning constitutional and the supreme. The Constitution is the mother of all laws in Ghana. We all look up to the Constitution as the Alpha and Omega. And by the name and the mention of the name of the Constitution, every knee, every tongue, every knee will bow. And every tongue will confess that yea, the Constitution is the mother of all law. All institutions, all individuals bow to the Constitution. So we are talking about the supremacy of the Constitution. And not the supremacy of Parliament. Parliament, you are not supreme. Your powers cannot override the Constitution. Your powers is limited by the provisions of the Constitution. In fact, you are the creator of a Constitution. Constitution to me. Don't stop behaving like you are supreme. Stop behaving like you are supreme. Any MPs, no, please. You are subject to the Constitution. Number 2, you are not sovereign. Over the same Constitution, the sovereignty of Ghana per the Constitution resides in the people. Ghana for and I to be so sovereignty resides in the people, not Parliament. And to move sovereign on your own, Parliament Ghana for the idea. So when the Constitution is supreme and sovereignty resides in the people, that is what the Constitution can say. Anytime time even you exercise your parliamentary powers and the mra it's a call the executive the executive so share no assent it the constitution can say because munye supreme na munye ni pebia politics ashe madwemu ma na bru so wo na side MPs abro e wo side say mo hwe mo botom mo yefunu ane mo party sem ene di monim etobia o minus sem no em di monim. You are more partisan. You think about your pocket and your interest. You think about your party first and the nation second. Anything that constitution, so that's what constitution can say. Some passing law because I've been filled with the now you are not all knowing. MPs have more parliament, including speaker. You are not all knowing. Munde nyame. Mu to be a false law. Mu to be a mistake. Mu to be a genuine mistake. Mu to be a intentional mistake. Aborɔ to be a mutimuntino. Some law. Now, any citizen of Ghana who said law na mayeno, inconsistent with the constitution, any provision of the constitution, some panel under Article 2 can go to the Supreme Court to challenge your legislative powers, to challenge your laws. Now, what catch the Supreme Court say? Some law now ma passing inconsistent with the constitution. Therefore, you declare that law no as null and void. And these things have been done severally. More laws na mo no be brave. Ya Supreme Court near quash those laws. Memo baako. Ya woman mati pebu edemo court say. More maybe say bail kra no. Bail under the constitution no. Your right no. The right to bail and guarantee is part of our constitution. It's part of the fair hearing principle. Article 19 say constitutional every obi our charging for criminal offense no have right for bail. Now we go here for time. MPs we go here law say offense be wa and so tell other offense it is our offense there ye ma bail. E bi so there be ma bail. Enti mo say o na constitution na ho but my law be say cocaine, armed robbery, rape, piracy, any some laws we na obi ya ye ma bail. Na ye law parliament put pass you. Martin Pebuko Supreme Court. And you can say some law number part no. It's against the right to bail. The what you said another one no. Law on the constitution actually discriminatory. And now be a born na ebi die ye man the bill. Martin Pebu did the mo act no. The law no cause Supreme Court. And my ye kwashi that law no. A touch me. And Mamu declare says I law ni juma. Na every offense be a bail is at the discretion of the bill or bill is at the discretion of the judge. Most parliament will make it a law. Can recently, Obisu the parliament to court say my law be under the Company Act 992. I'm year 2019. As our act no, Mudi Shemu say, obey the director of a company biano. To be a director of a company, say unya sem if you have been if unya criminal case na a quarter to be a director of a company. So I'm MPC mukotias no lawyers and I lawyer nya what practice for more than 40 years, 50 years no who's out nano. And the more good parliament in ya say good parliament in ya no mu yes law free as I law no crime says I law no. It's against the constitution. Article 19 say there is a law of presumption of innocence. Say obi yabonu kodu you charged for criminal offense is presumed innocent until proven. It I don't know be facing criminal trial no Now more parliament will not prove the guilty before the court. Ever prove the guilt or not. Ain't your court now say 2023 year. Emma lawyers tooth at the Moko court. Also could bore sa echo boss our company act no provision no session no your bottle here. A lot of cases are meant for the court, Supreme Court, declaring your acts, your laws as inconsistent with provisions of the Constitution. And those acts no has been declared null and void, expunged. And same. More passing law, gay bill. What the president bill? And nipa many the Marco court say, more laws no more passing no. Any constitution ni bobra. Etetia fa hudie so. Enti Supreme Court ihwe mu a. Mo say hey. Mo ti kwa pai. President should suspend the Supreme Court. President should undermine the authority of the Supreme Court. President should go ahead and show power. Should show say autocratic. Only on no. Forget is that the president is subject to the Constitution, because the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Forget is that the president is not sovereign. The president is subject to the dictate of the Constitution. Then they are practicing constitutionalism. It is under Article 125. The power ama judiciary say they should administer justice on the behalf of the people, because justice emanates from us. It administer justice on the behalf of people. Now under Article 126, 127 or see the judiciary shall exercise final judicial power in all matters. Or see there is no institution, no person, no organ of government shall have final judicial power. It means that assembly doctor of Ghana not obin tiasiano. When there is a dispute, when there is allegation of violation of the Constitution, when there is the issue of interpretation of the Constitution, when there is issue of obi IABB etia constitutional, Supreme Court as the final say. It is a bill number. Nas asanti bedi etu. Remind him say, yedi yen ya kokoto. President dey bill no beton bill no kra no. And say mo dey benin because yedi akokot inti mon twin so. Na Supreme Court enya the bites. Supreme Court also share because Parliament for so many years, you people decided to do this bill. When you see one day, you see years, a more debate, a more amendments, a more considerations. You did that. Now we na few days about president said mon twin so keke. Now Supreme Court also any opportunity to look into it. President say, I have been advised by the Attorney General. Say, asem wokota. Yenye bibi enti eti a court etu beso. Yenye bibi emphasize the matter. Yema Supreme Court to exercise the authority. Bonnie Benda, Confederate Damiaye. Not wrong as Confederate had done for people like Imani Ghana, President, Asori, and Godfrey Imwadie, and Godfrey has never given good advice before, and Godfrey is a dictator. My God. My God. My God. You see, when you do certain things, na akwe say, eye bopoyo, We just want to expose Godfrey Dami office to public hatred, ridicule, and contempt. Just, we want to damage the person's reputation, to find fault where there is no fault. This young man, Godfrey Dami, has proven beyond reasonable doubt, say, only competent, but very effective man of integrity, high moral character person, what deliver on the mandate. There is no age Attorney General our bar to me what Godfrey have done in terms of advice on a lot of issues, governance issues. The litigations at Godfrey office within this period, the successes, the recovery of money, and the way what defending the states. He's somebody who you can't, he has no scandal. He's somebody who believes in principles and has always maintained integrity. AG Hall, whatever issues that come before the AG is investigated, interrogated, and done in a way. All the regions, government has encouraged the regions Attorney General to do same. So the attack on Godfrey Dami, that's because he has expressed his legal opinion and advised the president that we are all having a case because the Attorney General have been sued. The office of the president have been sued. Parliament have been sued. So if you are all parties to a case, why can I turn around to tell you that, say, President, although I'm a party, but don't mind the Supreme Court? You don't do that. You see, and when you do this propaganda, then people begin to play politics around the whole issue. It's unfair. It is unfair to the president, to the Attorney General, for people issues that are no issues. Meanwhile, we have people like Sam George and President Mama during their time. They even said gay issues are not necessary. They are not bread and butter issues. They didn't want the government to talk about gay, not even thought of even making a law to criminalize gay. They didn't want it. But and then they're now buying a kind of less than 9 months to leave office. But the gay issues are bad a law. I'm not buying representative, not buying members of parliament in support of this gay and lesbian bill. They are in support. They voted 100% in support. In fact, the Deputy Minister of Education, when I say for Sue, as saying homo parliamentary candidate, is part of those who presented this private bill. And I've never seen any government official who is angry with this bill. Those who are angry are the civil society and the human rights activists. Even my own Sasu, the MP for Medina, is not in support of the bill. Say, why should you criminalize gays and sentence them to prison? And the president has not said anything. He's waiting for the outcome of the case. And look at what we are doing to the president. The propaganda will not fly. It's my prayer. So the president should remain resolute. Wait for the Supreme Court to decide. Let everybody do the propaganda. The president is focused, is ready to do what the Supreme Court says he should do, and is ready to assent when Ghanaians decide through the institutions. The president will do the needful. What we need now is for us to have confidence in our institutions to deal with the river. The way we have confidence in the parliament, and then we should allow the judiciary also the space and the respect not to stampede the judiciary to also take a look at the bill and see whether there is inconsistency. Does it violate the right of anybody? Is it inconsistent with the provision of the Constitution? Does the law meets the aspiration and hope of Ghanaians? The Supreme Court will decide. And at the end of the day, they will take a decision in the national interest. So, the attack on Governor Dami is uncalled for. And those who have decided to descend on the man, his God is likely to fight for him, and you cannot succeed. Because MPP as a party is ready to do the needful.
Chemical TV, yeah. Chemical TV, anything goes. Chemical TV, for quality entertainment. Chemical TV, at the room. Chemical TV.